Hello everyone, and welcome to my British Royal Family official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As King Charles and Queen Camilla prepare to embark on their 3-day royal tour of France on Wednesday, Express.co.uk examines the monarch's contradictory relationship with the nation. Lord Charles and Sovereign Camilla will visit France on September 20 in the wake of deferment in spring because of fights against annuity changes. The first three-road trip would have been the Lord's most memorable abroad state visit since succeeding his late mother, Elizabeth II, as sovereign. The illustrious pair will visit both Paris and Bordeaux from 20 September to 22 September, as per Buckingham Castle. The ruler has recently visited France multiple times, with his last authority state visit in June 2019 when he, as sovereign of Granges close by his better half Camilla, went to administrations in Bayeux Church and at the Provence War Graves Commission graveyard in Bayeux to remember the 75th commemoration of the Normandy arrivals on D-Day. Yet, while the regal family might have had a well-established love-illicit relationship with France throughout recent centuries, Lord Charles has encountered probably the most sad snapshots of his life in the nation and who, without a doubt, may hold overwhelming inclinations towards visiting its capital. Charles' most memorable authority visit to the nation was in Strasbourg in February 1970, when he, as administrator of the wide-open Board of Trustees for Ridges, went with his dad ruler Philip to go to the gathering of Europe's protection meeting. That very year, and not long before his 22nd birthday, for his mom, the late sovereign, he went to a commemoration administration for Charles de Gaulle, head of the Free French powers during the long periods of the German occupation and later leader of the Fifth Republic. As indicated by illustrious creator Catherine Pepinster, Charles' presence affirmed his significance as his mom's delegate. In May 1972, the then Sovereign of Ribs visited France once more, this time joined by Sovereign Elizabeth II and ruler Philip, during which time they made an individual visit to the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. While the visit wasn't formally arranged, the sovereign's biographer, Ben Pinlot, depicted it as strategic as opposed to individual, a thoroughly examined token of pardoning much exposed. It is unclear whether anyone besides the Queen, his niece, attended the Duke's bedside when he was terminally ill with cancer. However, Charles first met the Duke during a private visit to Paris in the fall of 1971. At that point, Charles noticed that his incredible uncle David kept an administration red box, monogrammed with the ruler, on unmistakable presentation. His authority biographer, Jonathan Dimbleby, said he featured his extraordinary uncle's self-indulgence and disdain, and discussed how troublesome my family had made it for him for the beyond 33 years. I asked him honestly on the off chance that he might want to get back to Britain for the last long stretches of his life, and he wondered whether or not to inquire as to whether he ought to give me the works. It seemed as if he would have jumped at the chance to have returned, however, nobody would have remembered him. I guaranteed him that that wouldn't be the situation. The situation appeared to be so heartbreaking, the presence, individuals, and the climate. I was feeling quite a bit better to get away from it following 45 minutes and drive round Paris around evening time. In 1987, the then ruler of Ridges visited France 2 times alongside his significant other Diana, Princess of Ribs, once in May to go to honorary pathway at the Cannes film celebration on the side of the English entertainment world, and once in September to check the 900th commemoration of the passing of William the Vanquisher in Normandy. Yet, it was a decade some other time when Charles made one of his most terrible outings to the country. On August 30, 1997, late Mohammed Fayed had welcomed Diana, Princess of Granges, by then separated from ruler Charles, to enjoy part of special times of year with his family in the south of France. Photographs of the princess with Fayed's child Dodi circumvented the world. On Saturday, August 30, Dodi had the opportunity to show her the Al Fayed's Parisian crown jewels, the Ritz Inn and the Manor Windsor. They visited Estate Windsor on their way into Paris from Le Bourget Air Terminal. Subsequent to forsaking a later arrangement to eat out at a popular Paris café, they ate at the Ritz. Yet, rather than stay the night in their suite at the inn, they took the deadly choice to set off via vehicle, driven by Henry Paul, to a condo possessed by Dodi on the opposite side of Paris. Diana and guardian Trevor Rees-Jones, the main traveller wearing a safety belt, endured the famous accident in the Pont de l'Alma borough. However, by 4 a.m., Diana was proclaimed dead. Charles was at Balmoral with the remainder of the regal family, including William and Harry, when they got the terrifying news. With Diana's sisters, Lady Jane Fellows, wife of the Queen's private secretary Robert Fellows, and Lady Sarah McCorquodale, Charles's former girlfriend before Diana, the Prince of Wales, flew from Aberdeen to Paris. Diana's body was taken back to Britain and taken to the Hammersmith and Fulham morgue for a posthumous, while the Sovereign of Grains flew back to Balmoral to accompany 2 or 3's children. The first time Camilla joined Charles on his subsequent significant trip to France, in 2008, they attended the Armistice Day commemorations and a dinner hosted by President Nicolas Sarkozy. A lot more joyful visit was in 2015, when Charles, as ruler of Ribs, visited France to go to the 21st Joint Countries meeting of the Gatherings on Environmental Change in Paris. He referenced at that point, "Climate change is the greatest threat to humanity on a planet that is becoming increasingly crowded. It intensifies every risk and tension in our lives." The Princess of Grains tracked down a sharp stunt to assist her future spouse with escaping off-kilter circumstances when they were both learning at the College of Standrews. Princess Kate once utilized a sharp stunt to get ruler William out of an awkward circumstance before they even got in a relationship. The ruler and Princess of Grains have known one another since they were the 2 understudies at the College of Standrews in Scotland in 2001. The pair began as old buddies before they began dating. What's more, Sovereign William was very famous among young ladies at the college, which supposedly made him very apprehensive as he was excessively affable, and didn't have the foggiest idea how to dismiss their approval. In any case, his dear companion Kate Middleton thought of a sharp strategy to take care of him. The ruler and Princess of Ridge's companion, Laura Warshauer, uncovered while addressing regal master Katie Nicholl for her book Kate, the Upcoming Queen. Will was getting truly hit on by this young lady at a party, and it was getting very awkward on the grounds that he was unable to shake her off. This girl just didn't get the hint that he was being extremely polite. Kate suddenly followed behind him and wrapped her arms around him. He said, "Gracious, unfortunately I have a sweetheart," and he and Kate went off chuckling. As indicated by the pair's shared companion, the ruler of Grains was exceptionally appreciative of his future spouse's assistance that he mouthed thanks to such an extent to her a short time later. She stated, "Kate was the main young lady in the room who might have done that. Furthermore, that was only a month after we began college." The regal pair have been hitched for quite some time and offer 3 youngsters, Ruler George, Princess Charlotte and Sovereign Louis. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.